Hello, guys. This is your basic red aggro deck. This deck really shines if you're playing right out of the color challenge. You just got your red deck from the deck quests, and you pretty much should have all these cards. I think I had them all except for I might have had to come up with a couple more Goblin Gatherings. But I've won so many games with this. And let's go over it in the 2021 standard play format. So let's go over the basics of it. In your 1-drops, you got 6 creatures and 6 instant spells. I used these guys. There's also another one called the Goblin Arsonist that can go in there fine. The important thing here is your spells. You need your shocks. You need 3 shocks. They just remove people, get them out of the way, so you can just keep hammering. Infuriate. We're not going to use this at all defensively. This is a totally offensive weapon for us. If you have an extra mana and there's a clear attack, you're putting this on somebody and you're hammering. So for our 2-drops, we have 6 creatures and 5 spells. This right here is the most important one. You want 4 of these. These guys really are good. They come out, they got haste, they don't have to wait. They just come out hammering. If you get 2 of them going, your opponent won't even know what hit them. Careless Celebrant. This is a good card. It does 2 damage when it dies. Your opponents have to really think about what they're doing. They can make a lot of mistakes. Our spells are going to be Fire Prophecy. And this one is just a removal spell. We're just getting people out of our way. Same with Scorching Dragonfire. Now, when we get to the 3-drops, this is where the backbone of this whole system is. Goblin Gathering. You start casting that, and in a couple turns, you'll have goblins everywhere. And it's good to have an army on the board. Burn Bright will complement that army. You get 6 goblins up there, and you put a +2 on them. That's 12 extra damage. With the damage you'd already done to them, they're about done. Raid Bombardment, same concept. When you attack with a power less than 2, any creature with a power less than 2, you get to do an extra damage. For our creatures here, I have 2 Spell Eater Wolverines, and I started playing them later, but I was playing an Ogre Battlemaster. But I like these guys. You get 3 spells in your graveyard, and you get double strike, and I was able to use that a lot more, I think. For your 4-drops, Goblin Gang Leader. This is just another guy that gets a lot of people on the board. You got a lot of army out there. And Goblin Trashmaster. This guy will give you a +1/+1 for your Goblin army, and he'll also destroy an artifact, but we never even want to get that far. We're to worry about destroying artifacts and using stuff defensively. We just want to destroy our opponent. Inescapable Blaze is a 6-drop. I played this, and I kept it around. I only kept 1 of them. It really helped me out a lot of times. It got me out of a tight spot when the game went a little too long, and they started getting bigger guys out. I think it's worth having there. And we're going to run 20 mountains. Now, in the rest of the video, I'm going to show you some examples of how these cards interact with each other, especially how these 3, it doesn't matter which run out you get of cards, there's always a combination, it seems like, that really works. All right, guys, I'll show you some examples. This is Goblin Gathering and Raid Bombardment together. The game is at 2 times speed to save you guys some time, but I wanted you to see how the whole cards run out in the game, so you get the overall strategy. next example, Goblin Gathering pairs with Burn Bright. Watch as my opponent's health goes from 27 to 9 in one turn. Then the Goblin Trashmaster comes in and finishes the job. Usually the games won't go as long as this one does when you're playing this deck. The takeaway here, though, is how the cards interact with each other. And when I finally won, I had 2 life left. It's never over till it's over. All right, guys, that's all I got for right now. Go ahead and build yourself a red deck and go out there and have a great time playing it. Crush your opponents and enjoy the game. Take care.